Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone, how are you? Can everyone listen to me? Hello, please respond. Hassan bhai, can you listen to me? I cannot hear you. You are mute. Brother Hassan, you are mute. Please unmute and please talk. Okay, thank you.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, very good afternoon. Yeah, we are able to listen you.
Okay, so we're gonna wait for 1 or 2 minutes to join a few other people. Then we're gonna start soon.
Definitely, because it's still 1 minute to 6.
Okay.
Here,
okay.
Is it 1 minute to design time?
Join, no? Join. Strange. No, good.
Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Who am I talking to?
I am trainer 1 in video.
Okay.
Name is Mr. Rokunuzzaman. And I'm from, I'm on behalf of the authority, as a trainer of your IELTS trainer.
Okay. So how many people are we expecting today?
We're expecting more than 50. Hope
more
so.
than 50 people.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I was doing something else, so that's why I was not sharing my video. I hope that's okay with you.
Okay, no problem.
Wasim Raja.
Hi everyone, this is Habib.
Hi, Mr. Hassan Habib. I can see you were talking. I'm sorry for the interruption. I was about to ask, like, what is the agenda for the meeting today? Like, what are we gonna learn today?
Okay, that's what we are here. We're gonna explain in a minute. So,
okay.
Mr. Rokon, can you please mute everyone else except you and me? Because more people are joining and there will be a lot of background sound. Please feel free to mute all the people.
Mr. Wasim Reza has raised his hand. Please.
Okay, so we're gonna answer at the end. So we're gonna start in a minute. So please mute all the.
Mr. Hassan's brother, please unmute and speak.
Okay. I'm getting a lot of background sound. Can you please mute all of them? And I'd like to request all of you. Can you please mute yourself?
So okay, everyone is mute. Everyone is mute. No problem.
Perfect.
So, Mr. Wasim Razara, I am lowering your hand, and we will take your question later.
Okay. Okay. So hi everyone, this is Habib. I'm from London and I'm the director of H&K Business Associates Limited. So probably have watched a Facebook video ad regarding university study, and that's why you are here. Probably one of my colleague has contacted you over the phone, on WhatsApp or email, and you have joined today. So what's going to happen today is I would like to share with you a few things. First of all, then I'd like to invite one of my colleague Tasneem. Probably you have watched her video. She is our student, one of the best student consultant. Then I'm gonna bring up Steve, who would be the IELTS instructor for speaking module. And then I'm gonna leave the class to Mr. Rokun, who is gonna conduct your class for IELTS. And then this is how we're gonna finish today's session. So at the end, we're gonna give you, opportunity to ask questions regarding IELTS, regarding university, all that stuff. So please be patient and stay with us till the end. That's the thing I would like to share with you. So now, I think you can see the chat box. Can you please type your country name, where you are joining from? So if you're from India, please write down India. If you're from Bangladesh, please write down Bangladesh. If you're from Pakistan, please write down Pakistan. So we know probably 7 countries people are joining. So yeah, I can see a lot of comments from Pakistan. Please type it right now. India, okay, okay.
It is
Kashmir,
better to rename if you
okay,
can.
okay. Okay, so Rashid from Kashmir, okay.
It is better to rename your display name. For example, if you can see here, my name is provided as Rokon Trainer 1, and my secondary ID is provided as BD Rokon Royal. So you can rename your name so that
Okay.
we can easily understand your country and your name from your display name.
Okay, got it. So right now we have got around 30 people joining us, and hopefully a few more people will be joining. So I don't like to waste your time anymore. So basically, what we found is when we advertise on Facebook, and a lot of people, they would like to come to the UK universities to study. And we found that number one, they have got misconception. They are thinking whether else they can come to, study in the UK. But the scenario is a bit different. That's why I'd like to share it with you, and you got to understand it before taking a decision. So here, a lot of universities, first of all, they are asking you, do you have English proficiency? What they mean by that is, do you have IELTS or do you have Duolingo? That means that's another type of English test. Or if you don't have any sort of this, it's still a few universities, they can take you on the board. In that case, you have to prove that you have got English proficiency. So in that case, they're gonna take the internal English test. And internal English test is nothing but IELTS. So they're gonna follow the exact format of IELTS. So if you don't have some sort of skills in IELTS, that means you're gonna fail that internal test. And that's why, a lot of people, they said, I have got English proficiency, I can speak, I can write, I can read. That's not a problem. Can I apply to that university? And we say, of course you can. But before that, can you please make sure you have got the right proficiency? And sometimes we advise, can you please do a mock test with your local authority and judge yourself? So what's your band score? Is it 6, 5, 4, or 7? So if you have got some sort of band score like this, then you can understand that, well, I have got the right English proficiency. And if I go for internal English test, I can pass. So a lot of students, they don't have the English proficiency, and they are asking, so what if, if you have got some sort of service? And that's why we initiated this program. It's called IELTS Online English Class. It's going to be live class, and our instructor will take your class on live. And it's going to be something like this. So if you have got any questions, you can ask one-to-one. They're going to share their, a teacher's screen, and he's going to show you as a whiteboard. It's going to be the live class exactly. If you're sitting in the same class, but the difference is probably you can task and you cannot offer the tea or coffee, having together. That's the only difference. Other than that, you can do everything, pretty much everything in this class. So now I'd like to request you, if here is Tasneem. Tasneem, can you please unmute your mic and just turn on your video and just introduce yourself, and can you please share how you can help our students as a student consultant?
Hi.
Hi,
Hi,
Tasneem.
I'm Tasneem. I am a student consultant at Hassle Free Education in Manchester. So I will be helping you with your application for university, also with your personal statement and your CV. So I'll be helping you throughout the whole process of your university application.
Okay, thank you, Tasneem. Thank you very much for showing up today.
No problem.
Why I requested Tasneem to jump in on this call, because a lot of people, they're saying, are you real? Are you a scam? Why are you offering, IELTS course with the cheapest price? And I said, well, we are not offering the cheapest price. We are investing in yourself. So for example, if I serve you from A to Z, probably it's going to cost me £100, but probably we are not charging that. So that's the thing. That's why I request her to jump in and to just introduce herself. So now, I'm not sure if Steve is here. Steve, if you're here, can you please just raise your hand and unmute your mic and to introduce yourself and share how we're gonna conduct the class, especially speaking module. I think he's not yet here. Okay, so Farhana, can you please unmute your mic and to introduce yourself? She's another student consultant, and she's just completed her master's in computer science from Birmingham City University. Can you please, Farhana, unmute your mic and introduce yourself?
Hello, can you hear me, Habib?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Myself, Rahana. I am a student consultant of Hassle Free Education, and recently I have completed my BSc in Advanced Computer Science from Birmingham City University. And I am also helping students with their CV, personal statement, and whole process of a university application.
Okay. Thank you, Farhana, for jumping in. So why sharing these things with you, because they're the real people. Number one, they have gone through this process, and they have all the things they need to do. So all the experience, they're gonna share it to you when you go through this process. So you don't have to worry about this. All I need from you is to just the commitment. If you commit yourself that, well, I have made my plan to study at UK universities, and you are Hassle Free Education. Can you please help us? I have committed, I made my decision. And you need to say just yes, and you need to jump in, and we're gonna do everything for you from one to, A to Z. That's the thing I wanted to share with you. So by this time, probably you have spoken with Amara. So she is dealing with Pakistani student. So Amara, can you please unmute your mic and just introduce yourself, and if you share how you can help the students? Unmute your mic, please, first.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Walaikum assalam.
I am a student consultant here in Birmingham with HNK Hassle Free Education, and we are helping students from all over the world to come here and take admissions in the UK universities. We help them through the whole process of application, and we are helping students to prepare themselves for IELTS classes as well.
Okay, thank you, Amara. Thank you very much for that. Ash, are you here? Can you please unmute your mic and introduce yourself?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes, we can.
Hi, my name is Ash. I am a student consultant here at Hassle Free Education London. So we offer student consulting and help throughout the whole world. So feel free to inquire about us, and we will gonna help you out no matter what. So you need to be committed.
Thank you, Ash. Thanks for sharing that. Now I'd like to go back to our IELTS trainer one. So Mr. Rukun, so we'll be waiting for our second trainer, Steve, by this time. Can you please share with us, how we can help students to get a good score in IELTS exam?
Okay, definitely. But before that, I'm taking questions from two people. First of all, Mr. Suhail Ahmed, would you please say what you want to ask? You have raised your hand, please. Mr. Suhail Ahmed. Mr. Suhail Ahmed, please. What question do you have?
I have no questions, sir.
Okay.
Sorry for hand.
Side, do you have any question?
Yes, I
No,
do.
sir.
Yes, please.
No, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was listening to Tasneem, Farhana, and Ammar, if I pronounce it correctly. All of them, they mentioned that they're going to help the students in terms of the personal statement. Do you mind to elaborate, uh, like personal statement referring to what?
Okay. Let me answer this question. So, sorry, what's your name?
Saif.
Side.
Okay, so thanks for your question. So when someone is want to study at university, basically we need to make their student application. So in the student application, university require a few things, and number one is personal statement. Basically, in personal statement, you need to say who you are, what you want to do, what course you want to study, and which university you want to study, and why you want to study, particularly that university and that course, and what's your future plan, and what sort of skills and knowledge and experience have you got right now that's going to help you to achieve your goal. So that's the basic thing you need to write down as a personal statement. That's what he referred or she referred. I
Okay, I
think.
got it. I mean, it's pretty much like the students are applying for Canada.
Mhm,
They do the SOP, statement of purpose. So
mhm.
that's what personal
Yeah,
statement is.
it's exactly the same thing.
Okay, thanks.
Mr. Zakir Hussain, do you have any question? Any question?
No, no.
Okay,
Okay.
Rokan, can you
Please.
please carry on the class? So by
Okay.
this
Would you
time,
please? I will request you guys don't
mhm.
raise your hand until you have any question.
Okay, okay, perfect.
Okay. I am here. I'm sharing my screen now. We all know that English proficiency exam is known as IELTS. So here I have primarily the orientation class, that what the exam looks like and why we need that and how we can do good or better in this case. So primarily, my full name Rokunuzzaman Royal. I'm a senior trainer. I have almost 12 years of experience in this field. And when we talk about IELTS, we all know that it's International English Language Testing System. Please remember, it's a testing system. It's not any kind of training. So you need to prepare for the test. And there are several aspects of learning a language. Primarily, if you consider our mother language, first of all, we listen to everyone. Then what we listen, we try to speak that one according to what we listen and how we listen. Then we try to read. So primarily listening, then speaking, then reading, and after that we try to write. That is how we learn our mother language, our regular language that we listen to our everyday life. But what happens when a secondary language comes to us, especially English or any other secondary language? First of all, we read. First of all, we read. Then
Sorry, dear students, can you please mute your mic because it's gonna interrupt other students to listen that. Please mute your mic first.
okay, when it comes to a secondary language, we primarily read about that language, the alphabets, the letters, the words. Then we write what we read. So reading comes first, then writing. After that, we listen to what we read or what everyone says. So the listening comes at the third phase, and finally we try to speak, and it is a very uncommon thing that we speak in a regular basis because our environment doesn't support a secondary language in our everyday life. So uh, speaking comes at the very end, so it's very hard for us to speak in a very good way in a secondary language. But the primary communication starts with verbal expression, that means the speaking. So why we need IELTS? So there are several aspects, uh, like why we actually go abroad: higher education, better job, family settlement, immigration, and many more. Including all these, there are two categories of IELTS exam. If you go for study purpose or any professional job purpose, then you will need the academic module. But when you go for immigration purpose or any other short training course or permanent resident issue, then you will need the general training module. So your requirement will decide what type of IELTS you require. Other than these, you do not need any IELTS for visit purpose or medical treatment purpose or anything else. You do not need any kind of IELTS. So the exam requires only a few things. In case of exam, the procedure follows like you start with listening exam, then take the reading exam, and finally you take the writing exam. The speaking exam may be taken before all these or after all these, but the first three, number 1, 2, and 3, are conducted in one sitting, and this sitting is generally done when you are registered. The registered date of registration ensures that you take all the 3 modules in one sitting. And for speaking module, it may be taken before or after these 3 tests. Mr. Steve, I will take the question later. Thank you.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Rokon, to disturb you.
Yes,
So
please.
Steve is our one of the trainer.
Oh,
So
please.
if you please give him the opportunity to speak what he's gonna do in his speaking module, and
Okay,
then he's gonna go get you back the opportunity to present the whole class.
that's very nice. I would request Mr. Steve to step forward in this case and say something about his methodology and
And
furthermore.
and can you please also make him host so that he can, if he wants to share something, he can share.
Yes, definitely. I am
Okay, yeah,
making him the host for now.
okay, okay, thank you.
Very much.
And stop sharing screen as well, please.
Yes, okay, no problem. I have stopped.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I guess it's evening there, so good evening to you. It's afternoon here in England. My name is Steve Trilogan, and I will be the tutor for the speaking part of the course. So if you join the course, you will learn with me to prepare for the speaking part of the exam. Just one moment, I want to share some things with you. So I'm British and living in England, in Southampton just now. And let me share my screen. Here we are. Oh, okay. Can everybody see the title, IELTS preparation course? So, okay.
Yes, sir. You can. Please.
So, okay. So let me say, although I'm British, my parents worked in Thailand, and this is me in the middle here. So I have lived many years in East Asia, but I've never been to South Asia, I'm afraid, but have friends from there. And these are all my brothers and sisters now. I have a wife and 2 boys, a lovely family. Just a little about myself. When we start the course, you can learn more about me. and I will learn more about you, I hope. So the course structure will follow the three parts of the IELTS speaking exam. I'm only speaking for 5 minutes today to introduce this. So the course will be about 15 weeks. And so the first part, the IELTS exam has three parts. The first part is general conversation, introducing yourself, talking about your hobbies, studies, work, family, and other things like reading and some cultural things. And the second part will be where you have to give a short presentation, just speaking for 2 minutes on an easy topic. Part 3 of the exam will be a formal discussion, something more advanced. For example, eating habits in your culture or the environment, something like that. And you will have to have a two-way discussion with the examiner where you also ask them questions. So during the course, we will look at these three different parts of the exam and prepare them. We will look at grammar, cover some basic grammar and some more advanced grammar later, and start with simple conversations about everyday things. You'll have some practice in the class, and you will have some homework to do as well. And so during the lesson, we will review the previous lesson. I will give some feedback about the homework, some positive things, some things to correct when you're speaking. I will present a new topic, some grammar, some vocabulary, some things to talk about, and we will practice together and in small groups. And then there will be some time for questions and answers at the end. Okay, so that's all really. So I look forward to teaching you the speaking course. I have about 20 years experience of helping people with English in Thailand and in the UK here, people from many different countries. I'm now a full-time tutor, online tutor, mostly private tutoring of individuals. And for about 7 years now, I've been a qualified English tutor, and I really enjoy meeting people and helping them with their English. So I look forward to meeting you next week and helping you with your English. Thank you very much.
I can see raised hand. So do anyone of you have any question?
Steve, if you don't mind, can you please take a few questions?
Sorry?
If you don't mind, can you take a few questions from students?
Take a few questions, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if you've got any questions, please raise your hand and ask.
Wasim Raza, do you have any question?
Okay. Okay. I think they don't have any questions. So, okay, Steve, thank you so much for presenting yourself and what you're gonna teach during your class time. So, can you please make host to Rukon? And yeah, thank you so much. And please, Mr. Rukon, you can carry on with your class. Thank you, Steve.
Mr. Steve, please.
Hello, I'm sorry, how do I change the host?
So
click on the name, Rokon Trainer 1.
Click on your name.
And you can say more. When you click more, you can see the option make host.
Click on your name.
Okay, so if you click on three dots on the top, on his
participant
name,
list, go to the participant list.
Participant.
Participant.
Okay, I click on your name there.
You can see Rokon Trainer 1.
I'm sorry, the name has moved position. I can't see your name now. Okay, Rokan Royal. Okay. Make host. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
Okay. Back to our presentation where we were. So as I was talking, the listening, reading, and writing modules are conducted on the registration date, the date you are registered. And before or after that date, before or after that date, you will have the speaking test. It might be around 3 days earlier or later. If I come to the description of each test, the listening test is conducted in 4 parts, having 40 questions, and the audio is played for 25 to 30 minutes, and there will be 20 minutes to transfer the answers to the answer sheet. So when the audio runs, you write all the answers on your question booklet, and after the audio you will transfer all the answers from the question booklet to the answer sheet. So there will be 10 questions in each part. The first part, where you have 10 questions, there will be a conversation between two people, and similar conversation will there be in part 3, where at best 4 people will be involved. Part 2 and part 4 are monologue, where only one people speaks, and there might be a presence of another one who influences the main speaker to deliver his speech. The part 1 and part 2 are based on social aspect, that means our everyday life. Part 3 and part 4 are based on educational aspect or any training aspect, but be very much clear that the scientific term, the standard words, the subject oriented word, education oriented word are not counted as a question or answer. So you need not to have deep knowledge about the subject matter of part 3 or part 4, but rather than that, you have to have full focus on the content, the language, the presentation, and similar things. That's the listening exam. After the listening exam, there will be the reading exam, where you have 3 sections, 40 questions, and you have to answer within 60 minutes. There will be no extra time to transfer the answers. So you have to answer all 40 questions and transfer them to the answer sheet within these 16 minutes. Each section has a maximum of 14 and minimum of 12 questions. And each section has average 20 minutes time to answer. The sections are divided in into 2 style, one for academic reading and another for general training students. The students who take the academic tests, they have to answer 13, 13, 14 equal to 40 questions from 3 long texts or 3 passages. The passages are taken for different books, newspapers, magazines, or journals. For journal training module, there are 4 short and 1 long text. First 2 section contains 2 short texts each, and the third section contain 1 long text. The first 2 sections have total 14 questions each. For 2 sections, there will be 14 questions, and the third section, which has 1 long text, contain 12 questions. The sources are generally books, newspapers, magazines, journals for the long text, and for the short text, they use notices, advertisements, leaflets, instruction manuals, and similar things. After the reading exam, the writing exam is conducted. In case of writing exam, there are two tasks which should be answered in 60 minutes. The task 1, which is also known as the guided writing, and the task 2, which is known as the creative writing. In case of task 1 or the guided writing, you should write at least 150 words, and the time is suggested for 20 minutes. The total time of the writing exam is 60 minutes, but the suggested time for task 1 is 20 minutes. Task 2, which is a creative writing, there should be at least 250 words, but the time is longer. The suggested time is longer, 40 minutes. In case of academic task 1, the guideline is a visual in structure. Task 1, which is a guided writing, the guideline is a visual illustration which are commonly presented as graph, chart, table, diagram, map, flowchart, and similar things. In case of general training writing task 1, there would be a letter based on daily life issue, and the guidelines are provided as short questions based on the issue. According to the nature, task 2 has higher value in case of marking. The creative writing task 2 is similar for both academic and general training candidates. So this is the common pattern of writing exam. And for the speaking exam, it's a one-to-one section having one examiner and one examinee at a time. And the details of the speaking part is already mentioned by our another teacher, Mr. Steve. It has 3 parts, as he has mentioned. The introduction part, part 1, cue card part, which is a 2-minute long speech, part 2, and the discussion part, which is based on generally part 2, but having some thematic questions with longer answers and reasoned answers. So this is a speaking exam conducted within 11 to 15 minutes. And the total scoring is based on the individual scoring of the 4 part. You can have a lower score in one module and higher score in another module. But at the end, the overall will be a average of all 4. That is how the band score is calculated. But in case of preparation, you have to have a plan. Definitely, you have to have a plan. The first plan, set your desired score and the reason for the score. After setting up your score and reason, set a reasonable time to achieve that one. And make sure that you can work hard to achieve your target within your desired time. Setting your goal completely, find out a mentor or guide who can actually guide you. For example, we are here to guide you. Then having the guide from your mentor, set a daily plan and start maintaining that with the supervision of that guide. If you can do that, you can easily achieve your desired score within the designated time. And as a mentor, we are sufficiently trained to provide you the support that how you can achieve your desired score within the designated time you have in hand. So if you follow the guideline, the way we teach you, we train you, we provide you the guideline. I hope you can easily achieve your desired score within the reasonable time you have. So that is primarily the basic concept of IELTS. So do anyone of you have any question in this case? Is there anyone with question? I can see people having raised hand. If you want to ask me any question, Sref, please unmute your microphone and ask. Mr. Mohsin Bazwa, Mr. Mohsin from Pakistan, would you like to ask anything?
Yes, sir.
Please.
Sir, I have one question.
Please.
If you explain us about the different universities in UK, so we decide how much bands are required to us.
I think
That's better for us.
Mr. Hassan Habib can answer us this question. Please, Hassan Bhai, Brother Hassan, please.
Mr. Mohsen, thanks for asking this question. So basically the standard score, most of the universities asking for 6, but sometimes they accept 5.5 as well. It depends on which course you're coming. For example, if you like to go some sort of medical courses, then they require, a better band score. If you'd like to come to different courses like business, health and social care, these sort of social sciences courses, I think 6 should be good enough. And it's still, a few universities, if you have got lower band than the 6, then they offer some sort of pre-sessional English course. So once you start the course, before that you need to come here and you need to start the pre-sessional course, then you need to continue the main course. So standard on is 6, 5.5 is accepted with some sort of pre-sessional support. I think I answered your question.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I understand.
Is there anyone else having any question?
Okay, hopefully not. Mr. Open, you can carry on, please.
I can see one raised hand in the video. Please unmute and speak.
Okay, so still, if you have got any questions, please unmute your mic and just fire other questions.
Unmute yourself and ask questions, please.
Okay. Still, if you have got any questions, please unmute your mic and ask. Otherwise, we'll have Q&A session a bit later at the end. So we'll answer all the questions. Please stay with us. So, Mr. Okonia, please carry on.
So this is how we're gonna teach you, train you about IELTS and other respective things. We will monitor as our senior examiner, Mr. Steve, has told that we will provide you homework. We will take the homework and evaluate you and find out your mistakes and try to recover the mistakes. So that is how we teach based on each student's individual issue. And from our experience, long-lasting experience, we have seen that this method works in a very good manner to develop the score of a student to desired level. So if there is no other question, I think we can go for the session with question answering or some official declaration. Ahsan Habib Bhai, would you please provide any kind of official declaration or any other thing in this regard? Because uh, my speech is almost over. As there is no other question I am having, I have nothing more to deliver here from my side.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Rukun. I would appreciate your time and the information you have given us. So now, can you please uh, just show us the last page? I mean, the contact us page, if you can, so that people will understand. I mean, where they will be contacting us.
Okay,
So,
I am getting
okay, when you're ready, please show on the screen and share the screen on the
okay.
contact us.
I'm getting that. Just a few seconds, please.
Thank you everybody for joining us. Now is Q&A session. I will answer all the questions, whatever you have got regarding IELTS scores. Probably I will ask for help from Mr. Rukon regarding the IELTS scores. And the university questions, whatever you have got, you can fire me right away. I'll be able to answer you. So by the way, let me share with you a few things. So we have got office right now in London, Birmingham, Manchester, and Dhaka. So we have got full-time staff, full-time student consultants. So whatever the questions you have got, support you need, they will be there to help you. And they are so much passionate about that, what they are doing. So now I'd like to give you the opportunity to ask any question from, just unmute your mic, please, and ask me. So, and also what you can do, you can type on the chat box if you've got any questions. I'll answer from there as well. If you've got any questions, please type in chat box or unmute your mic and ask me. Anybody has got any questions? So if you don't have any questions, let me share with you. So it's gonna be the output. Can you please unmute your mic? Sorry, mute your mic if you don't have any questions, because the background sound is coming. And please, Mr. Rokon, can you please help me to mute them? Okay.
Yes, I'm having the mute.
Okay, so now, as
Hassan brother, please unmute and repeat what you have said.
okay, this is all about the IELTS class. So Mr. Steve, he's gonna take 15 classes, and there's gonna be a small Zoom as well. So Zoom room. I mean, you can communicate with each other, and also Mr. Steve, he's gonna give you some sort of homework. Probably. Thank you, Mr. Kun. So he's gonna share a lot of things, and every day once you finish the homework, so there will be Facebook. You need to post there in homework. So everybody will be. Hi,
Mr. Alamgir, what do you want to say? Please say it loudly.
Hello.
Please, Mr. Alamgir Hussain, please.
Yes. Hello.
What do you want to say? We can hear you.
No. Not. I don't know. Don't say.
Then why do you unmute every time?
No, not mute. Mute, not unmute.
Okay, Mr. Hassan Habib, please continue.
Okay, that's fine. So you can see on the screen there are some contact details. So if you believe that we can help you, and really we believe we can help you, that's why we are here today. So all you need to do, you need to send us an email. The first one is international@hnkbusiness.co.uk, or you can also WhatsApp. So first one is London. You can contact them. So we have got colleagues, they speak different languages. For example, Bengali, Hindi, Urdu, and English. All of them, obviously English. So you can call. The first one is for London, second one is Birmingham, third one is Manchester, fourth one is Dhaka. So all you need to do is you need to call them and you need to sign up. I mean, if you haven't paid yet, to continue for the next class. And if you say, okay, the first class is not good enough for me, I'd like to enjoy the second class as well. So we're gonna give you the opportunity to enjoy second class with Steve, and that's gonna be 90 minutes. And if you are still on the fence, you can take the opportunity, and you can enjoy the class, and at the end you can join the course. So now I'd like to share with you my noble thought, and you got to understand that as well. So the facilities we are providing you, if I count all the things, so let me ask you a few questions. So can you please type on the chat box? So if you go to your local institute for IELTS preparation course, how much do you have to pay for that? Can you please chat? I'd like to see, I'd like to hear from you. Please go to chat box and just type in how much does it cost in your country when you go for IELTS test, IELTS preparation course. So I'd like to see, then I'd like to go forward. Can you please go to chat box and type, if you go to your local institute, how much does it cost? How much do you have to pay? So some Muhammad Hussein said 12,000 taka from
Hassan
Bangladesh.
bhai, please
Okay.
allow me 5 seconds. 5 seconds, please.
Yeah.
Hi, Hassan bhai, please continue.
Okay, so Alal Muhammad Khan said 5,000 to 6,000 taka right now. Okay, very good. I'd like to hear from other countries as well, from India, Pakistan, Guinea-Bissau, UAE. So how much does it cost in your country? Let me read out your comments. Please go to chat box and just type how much does it cost to get the IELTS preparation whole course. Okay. Please type in the chat box how much does it cost when you go to your local institute. Okay, now let me share with you. So, you know, the price we're gonna give you, this is not for the commercial purpose, because we are investing you. The price we're gonna put together is just to qualify you, because if I give, I mean, this IELTS course preparation is completely free, I will find out a lot of people, they will be attracted. They are not serious. Number one, they don't like to come to the UK for their study. Probably they'll waste our time, waste your time as well, and they will make some sort of chaos. That's why I put the price. I'm gonna share with you within a minute. So how much we're gonna charge for that? So Mohsin Bajwa said from Pakistan is 8,000 to 10,000 rupee. Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, Zakir Hussain said 5,000 taka. Okay, got it. So yeah, I'd like to see some other comments as well. So Noboni Chaudhary said 50,000 taka. Okay, thank you so much for that. Okay, so now if you go to British Council, I mean, they are charging a lot, probably 30,000 taka, and the local people, they're gonna conduct the class. They're not the native speaker, or they don't have, I mean, so much experience, I mean, in IELTS industry. So Mr. Rokon, he's conducting IELTS classes for 12 years. So he knows what he does. And Steve, he has been teaching IELTS for 7 years. So we have got so much experienced people here. They're gonna teach you, they're gonna share with you, they're gonna train up with you. Number one. Number two is you are getting the IELTS preparation course, especially for speaking, from the native speaker. You know, when I'm from Bangladesh personally, and I didn't have the opportunity to have the class from English people, because probably at that time I have learned a lot of, I mean, pronunciation that was not correct, and still I use that. So that's why I asked myself, so what if I can do for my students so that they can, you know, come to join the class and they can have their desired score, and they don't have some sort of, I mean, or any complaint at all. So that's why I have spoken to Steve, and he said, he asked me a real question. He said, so you have got one trainer, so he has got a lot of experience in IELTS. Why do you need me especially? And I, you know, I was smiling at him, and I said, okay, Steve, still we are communicating each other, but still, you see, I may make a lot of mistakes regarding my pronunciation. And that's why I would like to give this opportunity to my students so that they can learn from the real person, native speaker, so that they don't have any chance to make that mistakes. Probably my IELTS trainer, if I mean, hire someone else, probably they make a lot of mistakes. And I agree with that. Once upon a time, I used to teach as well as a language teacher. And still, so there are a lot of rooms to improve, and that's why I would like to give this opportunity. So if I arrange all sort of things, for example, experience as teacher, a speaking module from native speaker, a recorded class, then if we give all the facilities, it's gonna cost us at least £100, and that's gonna be in BDT probably 10,000, in Pakistani rupee a bit more, in Indian rupee a bit less. So whatever it is, and we can charge 20,000 BDT or £200, and people are ready to pay that. But we are not doing it for commercialization. We are not helping other students who would like to develop their English skill and would like to go to Canada, Australia, or USA. So we are specialized in UK industry. So if someone wants to come to UK country, want to study at the UK universities, we would like to give this sort of facilities to only to them. So if you're thinking about Australia and other countries, sorry, we can't help you right now. Because you have got so many students and would like to make the classroom is a small classroom, let's say 25 students, probably more or less. And so that the teacher, that IELTS instructor, they can help you, they can guide you, they can communicate you one-to-one. That's why we are giving these facilities to you. So now we are not charging £200. We are not charging £100. It's gonna be only £50. So that's the price we put here. So if you are really, really committed to come to the UK university to study, please join us, and we're gonna help you from A to Z. And if you go to your local council, student counseling firm, so I have got these messages, this information from my colleagues. They said, people, when you communicate with them, they're asking us, how much do you charge for your consultancy? And when you say we don't charge, they become surprised. So our whole service is completely free. You don't have to pay even a single penny for that. So all you need to do, you need to join the IELTS course so that you can have your English proficiency fast. Once you have that, then we can help you to grow and to come to the UK. That's our main plan. So all you need to do is, probably you have spoken already from Pakistan, probably from Ammara or Farhana, from Bangladesh, probably from Mizan or Ash. So from Saudi Arabia and UAE, probably Abu Saleh. So these are the people. It's still, I think Nora, she is conducting Oman. So we are helping a lot of students from different countries. Right now, we are helping 10 countries, and we can give you, look, so in our team, we have got 14 from UK and 4 from outside of the UK. So you have got 18 staff. We can help you 1,000 people. So our plan is, we're gonna take, let's say 100 people, 100 students from outside of the UK. We're gonna help them from the various class. We're gonna build them up. And once they become confident, we're gonna help to make the application to the university. So if you go to local firm and if they charge, 10,000, 2,000 or £100 for their service, I don't mind, and I don't blame them, because, a lot of students, they would like to jump in from here and there. They give them their student file to one student consultant, then give 5 and 10 other students consultant as well. So we don't appreciate that. If you'd like to work with us, you have to be so much committed, and we have got so much experienced people. They're gonna support you, they're gonna guide you, and they're gonna help you until you get a visa. That's our promise. We're gonna support you, guide you. Whatever the issues you have got, we're gonna sort them out as soon as possible. So right now, please write down a number, and that's my personal number. Usually I don't give anybody else, but this is the noble thought, noble plan, noble venture I have taken. So I got to involve myself as well. So please write down my number is +44 743 2089 544. So I'm gonna writing on the chat box so that everyone can have this. So it's gonna be +44 743 2089 544, and my name is Habib, right? So +44 743 2089 544. So you don't have to spend a lot of money to call me in the UK number. So you can WhatsApp me. So now I'd like to see who are ready. Please comment below if you'd like to join right now. Just comment yes. I'd like to see some of the comments yes right now. So comment yes, then what I'm gonna do, I'll tell my colleague to contact you to get the payment, and from there we're gonna support you, guide you, and you are on the board. You don't have to worry about anything else. And if you haven't made the decision right now, that's absolutely fine as well. You can have another class with Steve, and that's the 90 minutes class completely free. So these are the two classes we're gonna give completely free, is free trial. So first of all, we don't like to make the decision until you enjoy the class. So you have joined the first class with Mr. Okon, and he showed you, he presented what about the IELTS, what you need to do, the basic stuff. So now you got to understand. So he is going to teach you bit by bit, so that you can understand, you can digest it, and you can implement it, and you can get the desired band score. So that's the thing. And second thing is Steve, he's gonna, so please write down the timing as well. So second class, that's gonna be Wednesday.
Mr. Mohsin.
Wednesday.
Mr. Mohsin, do you have anything to say?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have a few questions.
Please step forward.
Sir, I am from Pakistan, but now I am working in UAE.
Mhm.
So I have a working hours 12 hours, 7 to 7.
Yeah.
Daytime.
Okay. So thanks.
Okay, this is my first question for the timing issue. Second, I want to know that can you show the complete picture to all guys, that how much cost and how much bank statements are required, which documents are required, each and everything. That's why they before they start the class, they clear the everything, and also they know how we apply, can we eligible for this expenditures or no, how we can bear all cost, each and everything. It's better for everyone.
Okay. Mohsen, thanks for your question. Great question. So I'm gonna answer right now. So by this time, I mean, if you'd like to join the class with Steve, please make sure that's gonna be this Wednesday at 2 p.m. UK time. So compare with other location as well. So what's the local time in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka as well, right? So Mohsen, great question. First question is, you said you are working, I mean, in different time zone. So if the class is started right now, so if you miss the class, what's gonna happen? So we have got recorded version as well. So if you miss any class, so there will be community as well. We're gonna use some sort of software. So the recorded class will be there. So there's gonna be something like class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. So for example, you have attended all the classes, but unfortunately, let's say class 4, you have missed that. So you'll get the recorded version. I mean, according to your own time, you can enjoy the class. And if you've got any question, still you can communicate with your instructor. That's the first thing. And second question, that's very helpful for I think everybody else. So we cannot answer you the specific number, but I can give you some sort of general review overview. So let's say you'd like to come to study in the next session, and you have chosen a course, let's say for example MBA, right? So the cheapest course we can start with 12,000 pounds. So 12,000 pounds is the whole course. Now the question is, how much do you have to spend at a time? Also, it depends on university to universities. Most of the university, what they're asking for, deposit 50%. So once you deposit 50%, that means, so let's say you have paid 6,000 pounds, and now if the 6,000 pounds you already paid, so the rest is 6,000 pounds. So when you come to the UK, so you can make 2 installments, for example, 3,000 pounds in 3 months and 3,000 pounds in 3 months. So by this way you can pay. Now the question is, how much money do you have to show as a bank solvency? For example, if you live in the UK, so there is a certain price for that. If you live in London, and if you live in outside of London, is gonna be the separate price. So I think is 11,000 something, no, 1,000 something for London and 900 something for outside of London. So if you calculate, multiply by 12 months, so that's gonna be your maintenance. That means you are saying that, well, my tuition fee is £12,000 and my maintenance cost for the whole year is this amount of money. So if you, add them, tuition fees plus maintenance, that's gonna be whole expenditure. So now, for example, let's say all about £20,000, right? So now you paid £6,000 and how much is rest? So £14,000 in your bank solvency. You have to show that from your dad or your own account that I have got, let's say, £14,000 in my bank. So if you, that means I would like to study at the universities. When I go there, I'm gonna transfer money or I'm gonna take money with me while I'm studying at the UK university. I think I have answered your question, Mohsin.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Anybody else? Have you got any question? So Zakir Hussain said 2 p.m. in the UK. Yes. Is the UK time 2 p.m.? There's gonna be class with Steve. So next question is there any opportunity to go to UK in April, May session? Yes. Yes, you can make your application to come to April, May session. But most important thing is you got to start right now. If you don't start right now your IELTS preparation course, if you can't prove them your English proficiency, then it's gonna be difficult for you. So now I'd like to share with you a few things as well. So probably you have seen a lot of advertisement. They are saying study in the UK without IELTS, and it's a big lie. It's a big lie. And I would like to give some sort of example. That means university is saying that I need a doctor, but I don't need any sort of certificate. What I mean by that is, now probably you are suffering some sort of disease. Now you'd like to see a doctor, and they are saying that we don't need any sort of certificate from doctor. We need a doctor, right? So now my question is, if someone is not practicing, someone is not studying at a medical college, how he become doctor, how he can serve you? So it's the same thing. UK university is saying that you don't need IELTS, but you need to prove your English proficiency. Now, I'm going to tell you how you need to prove your English proficiency. Is the 3 ways you need to prove your English proficiency. Number 1, you can have IELTS score. That means you prove yourself that you have got English proficiency. Number 2 is if you do some sort of test like PTI or Duolingo, that means you have got English proficiency, you have got proof. And the third thing is, few universities, not a lot, not many universities, a few universities, they are saying, if you have got English proficiency, then we can offer you a seat. What does it mean? They're gonna take English internal test. What does it mean, English internal test? It's an IELTS test. They're gonna conduct the IELTS preparation course in 2 days. First day would be 2 modules, second day would be 2 modules, and they're gonna assess you. And if you get, let's say 5.5 or 6, then they're gonna offer you a seat. Now you can tell me that, Habib, I believe I have got English proficiency. Can I make the application? Of course you can. Before that, I would like to take some sort of interview. We're gonna ask you a few questions to judge you're speaking English. We're gonna give you some sort of writing. So if you can show that you have got English proficiency, we're gonna help you to make your application without IELTS. That's not a problem. Still, I'm gonna share with you that don't be trapped by shiny object advertisement. They're saying you can study at UK University with IELTS. Make sure that they are not asking about the IELTS, but they are asking for English proficiency. That means you have to prove yourself in listening, reading, writing, and speaking. That means IELTS preparation. There is no way, you can, if you are thinking I'm struggling with IELTS and still I can go to university, I think you have got wrong conception and you made the wrong decision. So first of all, acknowledge yourself that I have to improve my English proficiency, then I can go to UK University. So I'm gonna take 2-3 more questions, then we're gonna wrap it up.
Is there anyone? Please raise hand.
So 2 p.m. in Pakistan is 7 p.m. and Bangladesh is 6 p.m.
No, 8 p.m. Bangladesh is 8 p.m. not 6 p.m.
If you'd like to enjoy another class with this team, then it's gonna be 2 p.m. UK time. So Pakistan time is 7 p.m. and Bangladesh time is 8 p.m. Okay, just compare the local time with Google UK time. Okay, so I believe. Okay, so now I'd like to see your opinion. So please type in comment box, chat box. Please type in chat box me if you'd like to study at UK universities. Let's see how many people want to study at UK universities. Please type in the chat box me. Just I'd like to see how many people would like to study at UK universities. So are we communicating with the wrong people or right people? I'd like to see. So please comment in chat box me. I'd like to see how many people would like to study at UK university. So if you would like to study at UK universities, please type in chat box me. Okay, so I'd like to see how many people would like
Muhammad
to.
Hussain, are you there? Muhammad Hussain.
Okay, so
please unmute.
So Munsur said from Kashmir say me, Ankon say me, Alal Muhammad Khan said me, Mohsin Bajwa said me, Jenny said me.
Yes,
Okay.
ask question. Ask question.
Okay, so a
Your
lot of
name
people
is not there. One is
lot of-
WC. Please ask question.
A lot of people are showing interest. Okay, so you know my colleague, they have confirmed me that a lot of people already signed up, so we cannot give a lot of seats right now. So probably we can take 10, 15 people more. So the first group, there's going to be 25 people. So already have taken 15 or so. So if you'd like to join in right now, then please let us know. And this is the number you have got already. So please save the number or take a snapshot from this number. And so contact with us and ask us how we can help to pay. So if you are using PayPal, you can pay us using PayPal. And if you are living in Bangladesh, so you have got office in Dhaka city, you can go there and pay them, or we can give you the bcash. And we have got in Pakistan, we have got local bank account number as well, so you can deposit your money over there and you can start the class. India, we have got local bank account over there as well, so you can pay them. How much is the price? Is £50 only. So the price is £50 only. So you're gonna get so 15 classes from Steve.
Hasan Bhai.
Yes.
Hasan Bhai, I want to open an opportunity.
Okay.
As there are some people from the subcontinent, I am offering everyone to ask question in subcontinent language, Bangla, Hindi, or Urdu. If anyone has question to ask in Bangla, Hindi, or Urdu, they can step forward and ask question. I will try to answer.
Okay, so let's see if Amra is still here. So Amra, if you're still here, please unmute your mic and say yes. Or I will tell her to come back. So if you have got any questions,
Amra is here. Amara is here. Amara Jamil.
Okay,
she is
yes.
here.
Okay, so you can also you can
So
ask
anyone
question.
has any question to ask in Bangla, Urdu, or Hindi, please ask your question. Well, there is no one.
Okay.
There was Muhammad Hussein.
Muhammad
But
Hussein.
he is not responding.
Yeah, thank you very much. Basically আমি তো বাংলাদেশি, তো আমি জানতে চাচ্ছিলাম যে
হ্যাঁ আপনি বাংলাই বলেন।
আমার জানার ইচ্ছে ছিল, আমি তো যদি ক্লাস যদি যে রোকন রয়্যাল স্যার এবং যে ব্রিটিশ যে স্যার, তো আমি কি বুঝবো নাকি ক্লাস যদি ওনারা, আমি তো দুর্বল বাংলাদেশে ইউকে যাইতে চাই, হ্যাঁ, বাট যদি আমি ওনারা যদি ক্লাস নেয় ইংলিশে যদি কন্ডাক্ট করে ক্লাস, আমি কি বুঝতে পারবো কিনা, এটা আমার জানা ছিল।
পারবেন, আপনি পারবেন। আচ্ছা, let me ask you, did you face any problem in understanding my class today? Or did you face any problem in understanding the session of Mr. Steve today?
আমি বুঝতে পেরেছি অনেকটাই, বাট আমি তো রেসপন্স করতে পারছি না আর কি, আমি একটু দুর্বল, এই জন্য বলতেছিলাম আর কি আমার
Okay,
জন্য
if you can understand, if you can understand our classes, then you can contact me personally, because as I am from Bangladesh, I am Bangladeshi, আমি ভাই বাংলায় পারি, বাংলায় কথা বলে আপনাকে সহজে বুঝাই দিতে পারবো, সেটাও আমার কোনো সমস্যা না। But don't be hesitated, you can definitely understand us, me, Steve, or any other instructor. If they are here, you can understand the instructors, because we know that you students are weak in English, so we go slow, we provide our instruction or direction in such way that you can understand, you can adapt, you can learn.
Okay,
So
thank you.
there is nothing to be worried about.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rukan. I'd like to add a few more information. So if you think you are very weak in English, still we have got basic English course. And if you live in Dhaka, so you have got basic English course, and that's gonna be conducted, 50% in Bengali, 50% in English. So you can take that opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That will be great.
So anybody else, anybody else have you got any questions?
Yes, hello. I have a question. I have a question for Rukan, please.
Please, I'm here.
Okay. I just want to ask a question on behalf of many students, that are you going to provide any material electronically, like notes?
If required, we will provide.
Okay. Yes, we're gonna provide a lot of materials, I would say.
Yes, Mr. Mohsin, please unmute yourself and ask.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I also mentioned in the chat room that Wednesday I am not free that time at 2 p.m. UK time. So which time I click this link? So please guide me about this. And second, my question is, if somebody some student have a brother in UK and he want to support in bank statement, so how much it's benefited for us? Like I have no bank statement, I'm living in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, so I have no bank statement here, no bank balance in Pakistan. So my brother live in UK in Manchester, so please guide me, can he support me for the admission or no?
Okay, the answer is, if you have got fast blood and if he is willing to give a written agreement that he is gonna or she's gonna provide you support financially, then that's absolutely fine. First step is, Mr. Mohsin, is to get ready for us, not financially, because that's the third step. First step is you have to show your English proficiency. So once you step in for the first step, then the next step we can sort it out. We are here to help you. Okay, so someone is asking, so how much do you have to pay in Indian rupees? So Mansur, okay, so very good question. So just go to Google and type in how much is in Indian rupee. And anyway, we are not strict regarding that. Whatever the converting rupee is coming, we're gonna accept that. So thanks for your question. Approximately 5,000. Okay, that's right. That's right. So again, I'm going to tell you, this opportunity is not giving to everybody else, because if you would like to take this sort of service, you have to pay at least 150 pounds. We are giving this opportunity only for our students who would like to make application through us. So keep in mind, and we're gonna take verbal and written agreement as well. So we're gonna give you all the support, and you are supposed to make the application through us. And this service we're gonna provide only those students who gonna make agreement with us. So this is not an issue. Is 50 pound or 100 pound or 150. This is all about the commitment. Would you like to trust in us, believe in us? If you do that, then we're gonna carry out and we're gonna help you out from A to Z. So thanks for joining this session. And I'd like to request you. I mean, once you make the decision, probably have already spoken with one of our colleagues. So communicate again how to pay. We're gonna take the payment anyway. Whatever the convenient for you, and you're gonna jump in the class for the next one. So thank you very much for this session, and I'd like to thank you, my team, and Mr. Rokon and Steve, and who joined today. So having said that, Allah Hafiz, bye-bye.
Okay, everyone. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum. Good night.
Walaikum assalam. Allah Hafiz.
في أمان الله.